Good morning, students. Let's continue our reading of chapter number 2 from the type of plants on the basis of place they grow. Plants are of two types, terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial, and the plants that grow in water are called aquatic. Terrestrial plants are again grouped into following categories: hilly and mountain areas, plains, marshy areas, and desert areas. Now, let's start their explanation. Adaptation in plants that grow on hilly areas and mountains. Look at the picture of these trees. These trees grow on hills and mountains, and these are some common trees that grow on hills and mountains. Trees that grow on hills and mountains have adapted to survive in cold conditions. And these trees are generally straight and have short stems to avoid a harsh wind and not get knocked down. They have a conical shape and hence are called conifers. They have a widely spread root system to collect more water and nutrients from the soil. Leaves of these plants are dark in color and are needle-like in shape. So they have cones instead of flowers. Next is adaptation in plants that grow in plains. It is neither too hot nor too cold in plains. Some examples of trees that grow in plains are banyan, sal, peepal, mango, etc. These trees have many branches with the big and broad leaves. They shed their leaves in winter and grow leaves in spring. So they are called deciduous trees. यहाँ देखिए, why do such trees have big and broad leaves? Because big and broad leaves help in transpiration and keep the trees cool during summer season. Come to the next page. Adaptation in plants grow in marshy areas. Marshy areas have sticky and clay soil. Clay soil hold a lot of water and very little air. So the roots of the plants growing in marshy areas do not get enough air to breathe. The roots of such plants emerge from the soil upward into the air. These roots are called breathing roots. They are adapted to get the fresh air and do not root in water. Breathing roots of mangrove plants are shown here. Adaptations in plants grow in deserts. Very little water is available in plants that grow in deserts. We know very well. So cacti, thorny bushes and babool trees grow in deserts. They have developed a number of adaptations to help them store up water and reduce the transpiration of water. A cactus plant shows the following adaptation. The roots are long and go deep into the ground in search of water. The stems are green and thick. The stems help in photosynthesis and also to save the water. The leaves of cactus plants are changed into spines. This helps to stop the loss of water through transpiration. This activity is given here of two sponges. One is thin and other is thick. You have to put a same amount of water on both the sponge and after that squeeze that in different containers. And after that you have to conclude the result. We can conclude that thick leaves like the thick sponge can hold much water. In place where there is a little water, plants with thick sponge-like leaves can live better. Adaptation in plants that grow in areas of heavy rainfall. Plants grow in areas of heavy rainfall, lot of leaves, but they do not shed their leaves in winters. The leaves remain green throughout the year. So these plants are called evergreen plants. Rubber and tea trees grow in areas of heavy rainfall. Smaller plants like pepper, cotton, sugarcane, and rice also grow in such areas. Coconut trees grow well in coastal areas. Plants that grow near sea coast are able to survive in areas of heavy rainfall and on salty water. Checkpoint 1. Tick the correct answer. In deserts, plants like cactus photosynthesis occur in stems. Dash plants grow in marshy areas. Which of these plants grow on mountains and hills? Fir. Now aquatic plants. अब हम aquatic plants के बारे में पढ़ने जा रहे हैं. Aquatic plants grow in water. So plants grow in water are called aquatic plants. They are of three types: free floating, fixed floating, submerged. First of all, free floating plants. Free floating plants are small in size. These plants float on water and are not rooted to the soil on the waterbed. They are very light and spongy. They have air-filled spaces in their leaves and stems. This makes their body light and help them to float on water. Duckweed, water lettuce and water hyacinth are the examples of free floating plants. Fixed floating plants, इसके नेम से ही पता चल रहा है. Fixed floating plants are rooted to the soil on the waterbed. The roots are fixed on the bottom of the pond. They have long, hollow and lightweight stems and that which help them to float. The leaves are broad and flat. This allows leaves to get enough sunlight and air. Leaves have waxy coating on them. This prevents the leaf from rotting in water. The leaves have stomata on the upper surface to help plant to breathe. Lotus and water lily are the examples of fixed floating plants. Next is submerged plants or underwater plants. Submerged plants grow and remain totally under the water. The roots fix them to the bottom of the pond. Their stems are thin and flexible. Here is the example of underwater plant, that is tape grass. They have long, narrow and tapered leaves which offer least resistant of water. They do not have stomata on their leaves and breathe through the body surface. They use carbon dioxide dissolved in water for photosynthesis and release oxygen into the water. This way they provide oxygen for the aquatic animals. Tape grass and hydrilla are the examples of such plants. Adaptations in plants for protection. Just like animals, plants also have enemies. Many plants have developed different types of adaptations to save themselves from enemies. Plants like yam produce poisonous fruit or sap which are harmful for humans and animals. Some plants like pumpkin and bamboo have fine hair on their stems and leaves. These hairs cause itchiness which when touched. Some plants like pineapple, plum, rose, etc. develop thorns on their leaves, stems or fruits. These thorns cause injury to the animals which touch or eat them. Now come to the checkpoint 2. Phillips. Dash plant does not have stomata on its leaves, that is underwater plant. This one. It is a plant with stomata present only on the upper surface. This is a lotus. This is a lotus. Dash is an aquatic plant which is not rooted to the soil on the waterbed. That is duckweed. That is duckweed. So students, we have finished the reading of chapter number 2 and tomorrow we will do the back exercise and question answers of this chapter. Till that, goodbye. Have a nice day.